Hey, what's going on? It's Will Graham, the Guerilla Gamer. I just wanted to talk a little bit and do a pseudo rant on my opinion on GameStop. Again, this is just my opinion, so feel free to comment below with your opinion. Uh, GameStop to me is that company that is pretty much everywhere where I live. I've got them in a 50-mile radius from Orlando to Tampa. I've got at least 50 of them. With sometimes they're in a stone's throw. I have one that I go to, but I also am lucky enough to have a lot of retail retro stores, a lot of GameStops, or a lot of Goodwills, a lot of Salvation Armies, and thrift stores. So for me, I have a lot of outlets to get my retro games and my current games. I realize that there's people out there who don't, that may be in a 20 to 50 mile radius of them. Maybe there's one GameStop. Maybe they can't throw a stone and go to a place to get their games. So I always thought about that. I always thought about the regional differences between that. Maybe they order their retro stuff online. I use the GameStop app, and I will do a little search for a game. Like I wanted a 360 game the other day. I typed it in, seeing that GameStop had one in stock. I hit the option for them to hold it for me. Went in there, they had it already behind the counter and everything. I personally have never had a bad experience there. That's just me personally. If I did, I would go to another GameStop. It boils down to not so much to me on GameStop, but on the employees. Now, can that fall on GameStop a bit? Sure. But minimum wage is minimum wage. You're going to get what you pay for in that department. So a lot of times when kids, adults alike, go in there is a condescending attitude. There can be an elitist attitude. But that's whenever you go, hey, there's probably another GameStop around. That's what I can do. I have a GameStop that I always go to, and I get along with the guys, made friends with them, the manager, and everything. So that works out. I would try to do that at your local GameStop, especially if that's the only one in your area. If not, and you go in and they have the elitist attitude, then that's whenever I would, on their little receipt, I would do their little survey. I would call GameStop, because GameStop may not know about that. Maybe there wasn't any complaints from other people. So that's when it lies onto you to make personal complaints against them. As a consumer, that's your right to any store or any chain that there is out there, be it Walmart, Target, whatever, wherever you may be. The other thing is with trade-ins. I personally have never traded anything in there. That's just me. I've traded in one thing, actually. I take that back. I traded in a Mario Party, and I got like 26 bucks trading credit for it. Had I wanted cash, it would have been significantly lower, but I didn't, so I used it for trade-in. I thought that was pretty dope. I can see to where people have brought stuff in and didn't get what they thought that they should get for it, and that upsets them. But nobody's holding a gun to your head to sell your stuff there. Nobody. You can go to one of the millions of, or one of the, there's a ton of apps for, Let Go, eBay, Craigslist, 5 Mile or whatever, 3 Mile. There's a lot of apps that you can go through to try to sell your stuff. GameStop isn't holding a gun to your head saying, here, take this price for it or get out, but that's just an option for you. So a lot of people, I seem to think that they're unjust in that. The problem I do see is that maybe when you buy, like I wanted to get Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. I looked online, it was 36 bucks, but it was very shady on the description and the condition of the game. I decided not to buy it. I decided that that wasn't worth it to me. Now, had I went ahead and bought it and got it and it had a jacked up label and looked like somebody took a dump on it, yeah, that really would have pissed me off, and I would have gone, hey, I'm not going to go through them anymore. That I draw the line on you taking a dump on my game. But at the same time, there's many of other outlets, nobody held a gun to my head. So I think they kind of get a weird rap. I've never had any trouble there, and I've gone to many different GameStops, but I go to the certain ones that I like the dudes at, because we have stuff in common. You kind of want to make conversation with the guy there. Even if you don't, no worries. But I think they get a bad rap a lot of time because of GameStop's employees. And I don't think if you paid them any more than minimum wage that you'd get any better customer service. A lot of these guys that work in there, they are elitist. They are antisocial. But that's your choice to go there. That's always been my stance on it. Nobody is holding a gun to your head to go there. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to use them. But sometimes the guy who's out there in the middle of nowhere, that's their only option, and I don't see that as a bad thing. Unless he's getting treated like crap when he goes there, and then that lies onto you. Do you need to make a YouTube video to blast it out? Sure, that's your right as a person. Um, can you call and get him in trouble? Sure. Trust me, there's a lot of ways to get these employees taken care of and not go blaming GameStop for it. Those are just my opinions. Take them for what you will. If I'm sure you'll have a comment. I'm sure it's not going to be the most popular opinion, but that's mine. You can't take it from me. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening, and be sure to let me know what you think about this controversial topic. This horse that's been beaten into the ground. But this is my only rant, my only pseudo rant on it, so I didn't see it as a big problem. But anyway, let me know how you feel. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.